Ah, nothing like chilling at the beach, cold drink in hand, and pure vibes. But it does feel like something's missing. Food. What? Food. Just repeating that isn't helping. Food. But what the hell are you talking about? Welcome to Feeding Frenzy 2, a game about being a fish in the ocean, eating other fish, and exploring the depths. Now, the concept is riveting, I know, but let's be honest, we all think it's cool to be able to be a fish and eat other fish. This, along with Feeding Frenzy 1, was a game I played a lot as a kid because it was simple, looked good, and didn't have a difficulty curve bad enough to make me want to rage quit instantly. And most importantly, had fish, which I was super into back then, which made it the perfect match for me. The most interesting part of all this is, this game actually has a story. Yes, you heard me right. The fish eating fish game has a story. And speaking of which, let's find out just what's happening in these waters, shall we? We begin our adventure in Shipwreck Strait and join Boris the butterfly fish, who's a chill dude who lives in the warmer waters of Sandy Shoal, a relatively peaceful area of the strait. Well, peaceful till he gets hungry, that is. And right now, it's lunchtime. The gameplay is very simple. Move your mouse around to move Boris and guide him to smaller fish that he can eat. The more he eats, the more he can grow, and the more he grows, the bigger fish he can eat. This is shown in the top left as a meter. It even has visual indicators for you to show you what fish you can and cannot eat at the moment. There's also a small dash that you can do. Once you eat enough, Boris grows in size a bit and begins finding previously bigger fish yummy. Me too, buddy. Me too. Once you reach the max size, you're free to swim around with no fear since nothing can eat you at this point. And the sound you hear when you eat the biggest fish, mwah, chef's kiss, really makes you feel the crunch. And if you perfect a level, this mermaid shows up and gives you starfish, which act as bonus points. This is the basic gameplay loop, with every level getting slightly harder, like the biggest fish showing up in the very beginning, adding more danger for good old Boris. And with each new level comes new mechanics, like the frenzy meter bubble, which raises the frenzy level up by 1. We also get bonus stages every so often, which are challenges for points that have a time limit on them. But they also provide bubbles with stopwatches in them to give us a few more seconds. Our dear friend Boris continues exploring and eating when all of a sudden these ugly as hell bigger fish show up. These guys aren't supposed to be so close to the shore. What gives? Well, it doesn't matter because once Boris eats enough, he can just eat those guys as well. Ha! Who's the biggest fish around these parts? That's right, I am. I mean, we are, Boris. We are. The newest arrivals are the clams, which occasionally create pearls which Boris can eat as well to allow him to grow. Now, how he manages to eat and digest that is beyond me, and quite frankly, I'm a bit scared to question Boris about this because he might get mad at me for doubting him. So let's just leave it at that. One thing to keep in mind though is to stay away from the clams when they're about to close, as they can end up swallowing you and turn you into the next pearl. Yikes. Boris makes it to the pier, which is home to butterflies and dragonflies, which are tasty according to him. So he decides he can just burst out above the water and catch and eat them. Guess he really takes the butterfly part of his species seriously, huh? Oh, but look at that sick flip! After that scrumptious bug feast, we find out that a leopard shark is living by the pier for some reason. Seriously, what is going on? But our priority is still to eat and maybe figure out what's going on. And of course, avoiding the shark since we actually can't grow big enough to eat it. Just look at that evil bastard. Managing to avoid it, we get our usual perfect stars and... Huh? What the hell? What is that? Is that what's causing these strange happenings? Let's go, Boris. We need to find out. Upon entering Paradise Reef, the area in which our mysterious creature seems to have been seen, it seems like it might be a bit too tough for Boris to investigate further. As such, Layla, a queen triggerfish, has joined the investigative party and will help us get to the bottom of this. Layla introduces us to a new ability and game mechanic, the suck. By using the right click, we are able to suck anything in front of us towards us. This is especially useful for schools of smaller fish since it could be harder to catch them individually. Smaller fish are immediately eaten, but it also brings with it the risk of bringing a predator or obstacle closer. Venturing further into the reef, we realize that a barracuda has been seen. And while we would not be able to grow big enough to eat it, there is an interesting trick with it. When it enters the map, you get a warning sign and you get to see it, with a target on its tail. Biting the target causes it to chase you for a bit, but if you manage to bite it 4 times, it weakens it and causes it to shrink and is now able to be eaten. Now that's a power move. Nice going, Layla. Further along, we are introduced to a new power-up. Shrink shrooms. Eating one of these turns all bigger fish into tiny shrunken versions of themselves and allows them to be eaten. And yes, this applies to the leopard shark as well, who is normally an uneatable enemy. Now I'm in. And nothing can kill me. Lena, no! Looks like my hubris led me to my immediate downfall, huh? Fortunately, I have many more lives, so it shouldn't really be an issue. But what does hurt is losing out on that perfect bonus. Next up is a bonus area with no enemies and a lot of food. Hell yeah. It also introduces, in my opinion, the worst power-up in the game, the speed boost. It should honestly be called a handicap, considering it makes one wrong movement of the mouse an instant death because you swam too fast into a predator's mouth. Now, you've heard of a red herring, but have you heard of a golden one? The golden herring is a special fish that appears very, very rarely and is difficult to catch, but if you do manage to eat it, it instantly makes you grow to the next size. And that would be awesome to see. See, this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Screw this speed boost. And to add insult to injury, a golden herring passes by as I'm dead. Are you kidding me? Nope, not again. Ooh, another one. Oh, dang it, just missed it. Gotcha. And just like that, skip a stage, baby. Now, time to clean up here. Lena realizes that the shipwreck we've been in is recent, and that there are a lot more of them now. Could this be because of the mystery creature? Only one way to find out. We keep moving forward towards deeper water where it's been sighted. But before heading deeper, Lena needs a quick snack as well as fresh air apparently. That's right, it's bonus stage time. Oh my god. Oh, thank god. After that quick snack, it's time to head back deeper when we encounter another new shipwreck, and with it, sea mines. Touching these is bad news, so we have to avoid it at all costs. See, I told you. Now if Lena's hunch is right, it should be right near here. Oh, there it is. Quick, we gotta follow it. The creature has now entered Hunter's Caverns, one of the darker areas of the strait, and home to Eddie the anglerfish, our new companion for these dark caves, who will help us navigate through this area and find the creature. This area is also home to jellyfish, which if they touch you or any other fish, stun you for a second with their tentacles. Yikes, gotta steer clear of them. But they can be useful for a bit of trolling by drawing them into a predator. Ha, nerd. The big fish of this area is this thing, and it seems to be looksmaxing and mogging me. Like, what is your problem? You're a fish, for God's sake. Delving deeper, it seems the creature is nowhere to be found in the Twilight Zone, the area we're currently in, and might require us to go further into the darker areas, known as the Midnight Zone. The Midnight Zone is the darkest part of the ocean here, and is cold as well as pitch dark. But Eddie, being an anglerfish, has the power of a mini sun in the fore of her head, and is able to see a little bit moving around her. But when she eats the glowing plankton in the area, the range of her light increases, giving her more visibility. There are also these bubbles with light bulbs which max out the light briefly. Now, with the ability to see, Eddie is able to eat through the competition. Being a top-class detective like Eddie is hard work, and hard work deserves a good meal to go with it, which is exactly what this bonus stage brings us. Feast away, Eddie! Now that snack time is over, we need to get back to the mission at hand and try to find where the creature is. Luckily, there's a feeding spot here, so we may encounter it. Only problem, a lot of other bigger fish. Oh, there it is! Quick, Eddie, after it! We need to find out where it's going next. Thanks to Eddie's excellent tailing, we now know that the creature was heading towards Buccaneer Bay, the pirate graveyard. An area too shallow for Eddie to explore, but perfect for our new partner, Peter the Pompano, who will navigate through the wrecks of these ships and other dangers that lurk here and help us find the creature. Buccaneer Bay is also home to cuttlefish, these squid-like things that shoot ink if they're approached. This ink can make movement difficult if you run into it, just like that, so best be careful. This place is also home to these swimming watermelons and the barracuda, who will be a nice treat. What the? This thing ate my barracuda after I did all the hard work. You're next. Going further into Buccaneer Bay, it looks like the mines have made their way here as well, adding to the ever-growing list of things that can annihilate me. Wonderful news! On our adventure making it out this green pirate wonderland, we come across the Feeding Fury power-up, which when consumed makes you get every prey on screen in an instant. Of course, we need to watch out where we eat it since we don't want to eat everything and then get eaten ourselves. Going further, we found a bonus area where there are lost minnows that are about to be my snack. The only downside is there are mines here. But fortunately, we have the stun power-up, which not only stuns all the fish in the area, but also gets rid of all the mines present as well. What a deal! But you know what isn't a great deal? These green minnows. Thanks to good old humanity, some of the sunken ships seems to have polluted the area so badly that some of the minnows are so sick, they're green now. And eating these is a bad time. It even inverts your movement. Occasionally, clams can also create black pearls, which are much rarer than normal ones, and also contribute much more in terms of growth to the next size. Finding another new shipwreck, we go with Peter to investigate. Peter thinks surely humans aren't that dumb to build ships this badly, so something must be causing these wrecks, and we need to find out if it's our mystery intruder. Clearly, you can see my skills need work considering I moonswam my way into this thing's mouth. Yeah, definitely got to work on that. But to make up for that disastrous performance, I managed to catch a golden herring. Still got it. Now, after that sorry ass death, we need redemption. Fortunately, Peter found his way into a bonus area. In fact, a bonus battle area. With nothing but 3 barracudas and himself. And we know Peter isn't a wuss. He's got this. We also get introduced to the shield power-up, which allows you to take a hit and not die. Handy. But honestly, I'm so goated I didn't even need them. I know, I'm just built like that. After that redemption, we find another wreck indicating the direction of the creature. It's heading towards Ras Reef, but we need to confirm it for sure. This area also introduces the Looney Lure, which draws all predators off the screen. Now, don't ask me how a fishing line made it all the way here because I couldn't tell you for the life of me. Oh, there it is! We were right, it's heading to Ras Reef, which means we need someone who knows their way around there. Someone ugly as hell, bigger fish shot. Hey, my bad, bro. I didn't mean to call all of you ugly. This here is Henry the Humphead Wrasse, our new friend in these dangerous waters. Home to purple watermelons, swordfish, as well as leopard sharks. And to make matters worse, pelicans as well. These birds swoop down and try to eat you if you're closer to the surface, preventing you from just chilling further up and just focusing on eating the bugs. With no signs of the creature in Ras Reef, I think it's better if we expand our search and head towards Sharktooth Ridge, or the open seas. But before we do that, we need a quick snack at the bonus stage. Going further into deeper waters, we encounter pufferfish, which are definitely edible, but make you have to wait until they deflate or they just poke you and push you back. This area is also home to tuna. Nothing special to say here. I just like tuna. After a few uneventful searches in the area, we make it to the caves that border Sharktooth Ridge. Surely the creature must be around here somewhere. The damn cuttlefish are back, adding an extra layer of annoyance for Harry. But even with them here, Harry still came out on top, and we found the creature again. It definitely was making its way to the open waters, and we need to tail it. Making it to Sharktooth Ridge, we are introduced to our biggest ally, Goliath, the great white shark, an expert in this area and our best bet at confronting the creature. Sharktooth Ridge is home to large fish life, like the leopard sharks and orcas, but also seem to have human research labs. But from the looks of things, they don't seem to be in the best shape. In fact, they look ravaged. Could it have been the creature? Exploring further into the area, munching on some barracudas, it seems like humans have been dropping a lot more mines underwater. It looks like they know that something is wrong here and are trying to deal with it this way. This is such a human move, not gonna lie. Oh, problem in the ocean? Send in the cluster mines. During our search, we find ourselves in an unusually quiet part, when all of a sudden, we're face to face with a creature. And it's definitely no fish from Earth. This is an alien. How did it get here and what is it planning to do? All important questions, but we need to fight first. The strategy is pretty simple. Bite on its tail to make sure it follows us and boom, make it hit a mine. Every time it gets hit, it seems to be dropping these shrink shrooms, which we can use to slowly hurt it and shrink it down a size. Aha! Get it, Goliath! Unfortunately for us, it managed to get away and escape to shallower waters. But unfortunate for it, Harry was ready and began battling it as well to hopefully make it smaller and drive it back to shallower waters. After the long battle with Goliath, the intruder seems to have learnt the power of Sup. But it's still no match for our teamwork, and without much difficulty, we chased it back to the reef where Peter was waiting. The torch was passed to Peter to continue the chase and battle with it. The reefs have mines dropped in, so the battle needed more strategy. But even then, the intruder was no match for Peter, and nor was that pelican. Peter was now the first fish to eat a pelican and managed to chase the intruder back. As night fell, Eddie was passed the torch to continue the fight. But unfortunately, it seems like the intruder completely avoided the darker paths, managing to escape from Eddie. But fortunately, Layla was ready to face the intruder as it made its way towards her. After bulking up in arguably the worst level ever, with the only small prey being cuttlefish and pufferfish, Lena was ready to battle it out with the intruder. Beating it thoroughly, but unable to catch it, but drove it away to the more shallow parts of the strait, Boris's domain. But we were on a time crunch. It seems like the creature is preparing to begin its spawning cycle, releasing billions of spores into the ocean to infect everything. That's horrible. Everything could be destroyed at this rate. Huh? How do I know this? Excellent question. I genuinely have no clue. The point is, we need to save Earth, and Boris, our OG guy, is the only one who can do it. So after tracking it down to the most dangerous shallows ever, bar Subnautica, we come face to face with the alien intruder, who is moments away from releasing its spores. This was it. Now or never, do or die. And it was up to Boris to save the planet. While the alien learned a lot from the previous battles, in the end, it was no match for Boris's skill and tenacity. And just like that, Boris saved the world and got a once-in-a-lifetime snack out of it. And after all those challenges, after all that chasing and battling, it was finally over. Or was it? This has been Feeding Frenzy 2. I don't really have much of a review to give. It's a simple yet fun game, no major bugs or frustrating gameplay. Just something for if you have like 2-ish hours to kill and really like fish, I guess. All in all, I can kinda understand why I played this game more than once as a kid. It's a simple yet fun game, good art for its time, and well, you can really feel the sense of progression. And the silly story in the background made it all for an entertaining experience. And one I hope you got at some point as well. And if you enjoyed this video, it would really help out if you would hit the like button and also subscribe if you want to see more of me. But for now, as always, I have been Shabby, I will always be Shabby, and I will see you awesome people next time. Bye-bye!